Hi, I'm Gloria Pierson, and I'm a certified life coach. Do you ever look in the mirror some days and wish you can kind of reverse the age process? Well, this video is for you. It's using the power of your mind to reverse the aging process. And it's kind of a bridge between scientific and spirituality. Now, if you enjoy my videos, I ask you to please hit that subscribe button. I am so grateful for all my subscribers and for anyone that really watches this video. I'm sending you lots of love and light from a grateful heart. And also, if you enjoy this, you know anyone that could benefit from it, please consider sharing it. But let's go ahead and get started. So this video is on the power of your mind to reverse the aging process. And I'm going to go over 2 different scientific studies and then go over 4 ways that you could start putting it into practice in your life today and start that reverse right away. So the first study was done by a biologist, Dr. Bruce Lipton. And what he did intensive studies that showed that our cells are affected by our blood chemistry. And our blood chemistry is affected by our brains. So he concluded that by changing our thoughts in our brains, we could reverse the aging process and reprogram our mind with positive thinking. So that's the first study. The second was done by Ellen Longer, and it was done in 1979 at Harvard. She was a psychologist there. And what she did, she took 2 groups of men in their 70s. One group just went on their life for 1 week, as they normally would. The second group went to like a monastery, and everything in that monastery was put back to 1959, including the books, the television shows, the news they talked about. They kind of wanted to put them back in that time for just 1 week. So at the end of just 1 week in this, thinking them, back in 1959, the group that was in the monastery, their intelligence scores went up 63%. And if you looked at photographs of them before and after, they looked much younger than the group that just went on with their normal life. So again, this bridges the gap between science and spirituality and the power of our mind to change things. And you know what? Once you become aware of it, you can control your thoughts, control what comes into your life, and you could reverse the aging process. And you see it all the time. Don't you see some people that are even in their 80s or 90s and they don't look it? They look happy, they look joyful. You know what? They're in touch with their inner self, their I am presence. Because it all starts on the inside to go on the outside. Where other people that may live in fear and resentment and unforgiveness, you can see that on their face too. It's etched in the lines in their face. So what can you do today to let your mind rule your body? Well, there's 4 steps. And the first one, I want you to think of the stories. What are the stories that you grew up with, that you keep telling yourself, that you're going to grow old, that you can't do this and you can't do that? What are your stories? What have you been holding on to, maybe since childhood, that you heard in your house? Well, you're going to grow old and you can't do this, and when you get older, you're going to get, you can't play tennis anymore, you can't play golf, you're going to get heavy. What are those stories? And I want you to journal about them. Journal about those stories. So awareness, that's what begins the change. That's what begins the change. So think of yourself as young and rewrite those stories. The second is, what language do you use? Start catching this. What language do you use? Oh, I'm too old to do that. Oh, I did that when I was young. I couldn't possibly do that anymore. Begin to be aware of the can'ts that you use. Begin to be aware of your language. And the more you're aware of it, that's when the change begins. So that's the second. The third is getting in touch with your I am presence. That is God inside of you, because that's where the changes can begin. It's getting in touch with your own light and allowing that light to shine using your mind, and you can reverse what's going on. So it's using that mind, getting in touch with that I am presence. And how do you do that? You do it by meditation. And meditating could just be sitting still somewhere, It could be watching something beautiful in nature. It's getting in touch with that presence. And then with the meditation, doing some visualization. Visualize yourself youthful in body and in spirit. And hold on to that visualization. Just 5 to 10 minutes a day of inner work, meditation, and visualization. You can change it because you're going to reprogram that by your language, by getting rid of the stories, and the meditation. And when you're in that meditative visualization state, it's very powerful to use some I am affirmation. That connects you with Source, with God, with infinite intelligence. And I love this particular one for reversing the aging process. I am expressing and radiating the brilliant light of God, the I am presence in me, and illuminating this body for me. So write that one down, and when you're in that state, repeat that. Have it where you can see it maybe throughout the day. And then the fourth is joy. What brings you joy? Try and do something, even if it's ever so small, every day that brings joy into your life. It'll work. So again, these 4 steps, put them into practice, and you can reverse the aging process. Become aware of your thoughts, and then take control of them. Don't let your thoughts take control of you. Now, if you enjoy my videos, I ask you to please hit that subscribe button. I am so grateful for everybody that watches this, and I'm sending you lots of love and light.